Hey everyone, Matt here from Docs Running, and today we're going to do a full video review of the Mizuno Wave Inspire 19 with some comparisons to the Inspire 18. So for those interested, we have a full written review out. Bach and I took this shoe through its paces, really enjoyed it, but check out our website for the full written review on this. But I just want to add some thoughts on the video with some specific comparisons to this, because these two shoes they share the same essence, but they've changed quite a bit between two. And the Inspire series has changed quite a bit in general over the last several years. I remember running in version 14 and 15 and doing workouts in them. I'm like, wow, this is interesting. Not quite the same now, but some things that really have improved in version 19. So let's get down into some of the specs we do have, which is not very much. We think there's a 12 millimeter drop. This is one of the rare 12 millimeter high heel drop shoes out there. The Adrenaline, Brooks Adrenaline being the other one that's still there that has some stability to it. Full length NRZ midsole, but it looks like dual layers here. A wave plate in the midsole. So Mizuno's have been doing plates forever. It's a thicker aspect on the medial side. Still got a little curve up here on the lateral side with sidewalls. So it is a guided, really nice guided ride. And they changed the plate where this is far smoother underfoot than version 18. 18 was honestly really clunky and stiff. I did not enjoy this very much. I'm sure it worked very well for some patients that I had that just needed a stiff high heel drop shoe. They were using it for walking, not running. For running, it wasn't very comfortable. The plate has changed where it's just much smoother and really, I think, gets down to the idea of guidance, just rolling the foot forward instead of just like really trying to force things one direction. I can still feel a little bit of pressure on the medial side. It's not anything crazy, but I also feel like my foot isn't getting launched out to the lateral side like older versions sometimes did. So really nice, smooth guided ride. I think the plate goes and stops in the midfoot as usual. The forefoot has a teeny bit of flexibility, a little stiffer with the higher stack height. As mentioned, the NRZ foam here is softer. This was stiff and firm. This is softer. There's a little more bounce to it. It's still a heavier daily trainer, not heavier. It doesn't feel heavy because there's some nice bounce to this shoe, but it's not light enough for some faster effort. So I could do strides in this, but anything else, I'd probably use other shoes like the Rebellion or the Rebellion Pro, which our review is up, so I would check that out. The heel drop is there, right? It's still somewhere in that 10 to 12 millimeter. I would assume 12 millimeter. It just, the foam seems to compress a lot better and the plate does a lot better job of rolling you forward. So I really didn't notice as much, whereas this one, it was noticeable. So if you want that whoa in your face high heel drop, the Inspire, and you want something really, really stiff, this is going to do really, really well for the 18. If you want something a little bit smoother, you want something that feels a little bit better over longer miles and easy miles running, I would look at the 19. It's running a lot better. Durability has been fairly good. This is about 60 miles. So you can tell I really like this. I got 60 miles, and I think I got this to the minimum we do of 30 miles, and I was like, I'm done. Version 19 has been fairly durable. I would say this is probably going to be average for a daily trainer. I'm wearing in my normal spot. Haven't worn through the outsole yet. I'll try to get 100 miles. Where things are a little quiet on the shoe front right now, so I might be able to do that, but we'll see how that goes, and I'll check back with a 100-mile review if I do get that. Fit-wise, fairly standard for the Inspire. Wider forefoot, snugger heel and midfoot. There is a thick heel counter, just like the last version. The cushioning's a little thinner, so if you are sensitive to heel counters, you might have some trouble with this. The only thing that helped me is it's really rounded, so my heel can sit really nice in there, as opposed to some of the counters that are a little flatter that push into you a little bit. If you have sensitivities, I would try this on before you buy it. I didn't have any issues long term with it as it broke in, but I would still be a little bit cautious with that heel. But upper is really nice and secure, a little bit better for people that have maybe normal, slightly narrow with feet, or people that need just a little more room in the forefoot. This actually does really, really well. It's been really good. So big, nice updates. I think Mizuno, you've done a really good job with this shoe. Far smoother, feels lighter. So we don't have exact weights, but my size 10 in the 18 weighed 11.6 ounces. This one weighs 11.3 ounces and feels even lighter because the foam is way bouncier and softer. But I want to encourage Mizuno. I think you can still get this lighter. The reason I bring up version 14 and 15 is those are really close to 10 ounces for men's size 9. So I'm guessing this is probably high 10 ounces, like 10.9, 10.7, I'm guessing. This is probably up over 11. I would like to see these get back to being lighter. I think part of the draw of the plates is they provided more cushioning with less midsole material. Now, plenty of midsole material here, which is why it's softer and it's riding really well. But I want to see Mizuno get back to where they were of being on the lighter end. The Rider got a lot heavier. The Inspire's better. Honestly, I like the Inspire way more than this year's Rider. It's softer, it's doing better. But I want to see Mizuno get back to making those really light shoes. They used to make the lightest daily trainers, and now they don't. And I really want to see them get back to that, because the Inspire 1415, I did workouts in. I ran pretty quick workouts in that shoe. I used to see people I got beat by somebody in a half marathon back when that shoe was out, wearing a pair of Inspire 15s. So people could still pick up the pace in it. This one, more for daily training. Yeah, I'm sure somebody could probably still beat me in this, not as fast as I used to be, but I want to see it get back to that kind of versatility, because the foam's doing better. Just drop that weight a little bit. Outside of that, it's a great shoe. I'm enjoying getting miles on it. The higher drop doesn't bother me. But for people that want a higher drop, this is going to be a great shoe, because there's not a ton of shoes out there anymore like that have stability. People that want guidance and don't want the obtrusive post feeling that some shoes have, this is going to be a good option. It's still a little bit inherent. It's guided, not as stiff as this one, but overall, it's a major good update. So Mizuno, keep it up. I want to see some weight drop more off this. If you want to see more information on this stuff, check out our written review, because Bach and I have some really good thoughts over there.